Hello goblins, it's Chris, Eldritch Pipes, with a tobacco review, but I'm just going to show you a little bit of what I've been up to before we get into it. I've just finished a commission for a print, an emerald green print. With olive Eldritch Cumberland stem, which came up really nicely, though I say it myself. But really pleased with the green on this fellow. You can sort of tell from inside it was nice pale briar, which you really need for the best greens. I'm also working on another Slender Man, another pencil shank. Obviously you can see that's the pencil shank done. A lot of work to be done there, and it's going to have an orange stem on it. I thought you'd like to see that is the carbon fibre rod that runs all the way through this, so there's no carbon fibre is extremely rigid stuff. So this is actually superior to my version that I did. This was the first one that I made, and I used what I had at the time, which was brass. And carbon fibre is both stronger and lighter than brass. It might be lighter. No, it is lighter than brass. I weighed the same length and it's lighter too. So it's superior in every way. But I can't change that out now. It's too late. All right. Every now and then I like to do a sort of discover a tobacco review. So, because I've been smoking other things, I haven't had time to smoke a new one. I've been enjoying the ones I got. What did I smoke earlier today? I was smoking the GLPs. The name's gone out of my head. Kensington. I was smoking Kensington. Really lovely. But we're going to discover HU's Flanagan Flake. Now, this sounds really interesting. I think Daniel Mustron advised I get some of this. I might be wrong. I think it was you, wasn't it, Daniel? And it's an unusual blend component. The components aren't unusual. The components are standard, but it's a Oriental, dark-fired Perican Virginia blend that sounds. I say those words together and I think it sounds. I don't think I've heard of one quite like that before. So here we go. Dark-fired. I was wondering how much of a role the dark-fired was going to play in this blend, and by the smell of it, a selection of the world's finest tobaccos. Dark-fired but fruity. A bit fruity. Okay. Alright. So, let me clean that flake up. That's a nice looking flake. See the Virginia? I can't quite make out what the other components are visually, but I'm sure it's all in there. I'm going to smoke in this fellow. What am I going to break it up in? So when it comes to flakes, what do? I've never gotten on board with the fold and stuff for a flake. If that's what you do, then good for you. I wish I have had some bullseye cut stuff before, deluxe navy roll. I think I had limited success with fold and stuff method with those, but those deluxe navy rolls were not my bag, not my jam. Let's see what this is. As long as this shouldn't, as long as it's nothing like Haunted Bookshop, I think we'll be all right. And there's no reason it should be like Haunted Bookshop. Alright, so we're packed, ready to go. It is a very neat looking tobacco. Very McBaron-esque. Maybe not quite as neat as McBaron. McBaron do extraordinarily neat flakes, don't they? That was interesting. I knew I was going to need another light there. I was expecting, from the smell, I was expecting the dark fire to hit me first, and it did not. That was very much like lighting a vapour. Very much. It's vapour all the way at the moment. It was really, the charring light was really sweet. It's Virginia forward with Perique. A sort of like nice, figgy. Bear with. Phone. Medium smoke. Where's the dark fired? Okay. Sorry about my phone. I should have put it on Do Not Disturb. That's really interesting. The the dark fired and the Perique are kind of playing an interesting little game. If you think about it, actually dark fired and Perique, if the dark fired is in the background, it's providing a kind of it's an earthiness, but it's kind of, it has those complex smoke notes in it. It's a bit fruity, there's some tang. I think the dark fired and the Perique are kind of forming a kind of a continuous flavour. You can't separate the two. It's very interesting. It's a bit like an amped up vapour. That dark fired is kind of not dominating. I thought it was going to actually. It is proving to be a little bit hard. Or maybe I'm just trying to work it too much. Alright, maybe I won't. Maybe we'll see how it goes. I keep expecting a bit more smoke from it. You know, because dark fired tobaccos usually give off a good amount of sort of oily smoke. Maybe there's more Virginias in here than... I'm kind of struggling. The element I'm struggling with actually is the Orientals. I'm not really picking them out. Okay, that's crazy. Every time I think I can't detect something, like in the next puff, all of a sudden it's there. The Orientals have just come through. Okay, now it's kind of like working on all cylinders firing now. That was odd. That took a while to get going. But at first little bit there, all I could get was the Virginias and Perique. Then slowly the dark fired kind of like just slowly turned the volume up until it was playing as well. And then the last to join the race is the Orientals. And now it's very nice. I don't know what I was expecting. As yet, I can't say I'm blown away. It was an interesting little journey from the first light. Interesting. It seems like maybe it's a bit of an evolving kind of smoke. The Virginias, I think, are still really dominating. I feel like I'm going to have to light it again. I'd love to know why it's called Flanagan Flake. Well, it's called Flanagan, and it is a flake. Obviously evoking some Irish imagery there, but don't know why you would call that particular blend, give it an Irish theme. Okay, there we are, I think. Nice. I'm not sure if I'll buy it again. I've been smoking too many really nice vapors. The Carolina Red and the Verge Engine Overdrive. Right now, and my beloved Dark Flake. I'm not sure, I don't think this is going to replace any of those. But definitely an interesting one. I suppose I'll get around to smoking the rest of it sooner or later. Alright, that is it. We are done. I'm not sure what I'm coming back with next. Busy week. Oh yeah, one thing I was going to say. For the time being, that is, for the current situation, I don't think I'm going to make any more tampers. From the last batch, so many just never made it to their destination. So many went missing. Obviously, I've refunded any that haven't turned up. If one hasn't turned up and you've kept quiet, let me know. Refunding is no problem. But I'm not going to do it again until the post has sorted itself out, because it's I can't send these things out into the wind and just have them, a good percentage, go missing. It was not quite half, but it was, at this point it's getting close to half, and it's yeah. I mean, I suppose I could do it with tracking, but then tracking is so expensive compared to what the tampers are. I'm not sure many people would go for that, but so there you go. No more tampers for the time being, which is a shame because I love making them and you guys love getting them, but it's too much of a risk right now. But hey ho, this time will come to an end and the tampers will start again at some other point in time. All right, take it easy. Till next time. See you soon.